Hey guys, welcome to my review of the Figma Twilight Princess Link and Zelda figure. So here you can see the boxes, and I love the way these boxes look. And by the way, Link is the DX version, of course. That's why he's 320 and not 319. Now both these figures were released as standard release all the way back May 29, 2017. Now they were re-released recently on January 21st, 2021. So if you were looking for them, you can still find them. Now be careful because there are counterfeits out there. These ones are 100% original, by the way, because I got them where they were first released. So starting off, we have Princess Zelda here. As you can see here, her box with that lovely purplish pink color, which looks great. And by the way, all these are original Figma figures. They are not counterfeits or anything like that. From the side, you can see the box a little bit damaged because I got them with the first release, and that's a really nice image, picture of Zelda, which is looking pretty great. And let's check out the other side of the box. And as you can see, not a lot of poses because this Zelda figure is more of a standing figure. You guys will see what standing figure is. But trust me, this is probably the best Zelda figure out there in the section scale. You can see the back of the box showing you some poses, some of the accessories. And of course the rest is just Japanese text warning and all the stuff and information that we don't really need. So let's open her up. Now check her out inside her little plastic coffin, looking really great. So let's move on to Link. Of course, the DX box for Link just looks great, and I love all the symbols. I love how it has the Hylian logo there with the Triforce, the Loft Wing. Everything just looks great. The black on the box looks amazing. It really adds to it. And here you can see on the side a picture of Link looking pretty cool, of course, with his pose from Twilight Princess, which is probably, in terms of design, he's probably one of the best looking Links out there. And there you can see him with the ball and chain, even if you can only see the chain there. But man, I just love this box. I love displaying this box. It's just so nice. Now the back of the box, as you can see here, shows you quite a lot of the accessories, quite a lot of poses. Remember, Link has more poses because he's able to do more. He is not a standing figure like Zelda. But let's get him out of the box. Okay, let's get him out of here. And let me tell you guys something. This Link figure hasn't been out that much. I really keep it inside the box a lot of times because it's one of my favorite Figmas, and I like keeping it safe, honestly. And this guy, it has taken a few hits over the years. Obviously, has fallen down and just moving in some places, but he still looks great. Check that out. It looks pretty mint in box, right? I like to keep them very safe and everything. But man, let's get him out of this plastic coffin. But let's start off with Zelda. Okay, Princess Zelda from Hyrule, as you can see here. She looks pretty darn good. Now she has a bunch of detailing all over the dress, the shoulder guards, the crown. Just everywhere. She has detail everywhere, on the arms, on the hands. She has so much detail, and that's one thing that I really love about this figure. Check out the detailing on the shoulder pads, check out the jewel. She even has their earrings, even the ponytail has the details on it. Everything just looks so great. The bottom of the dress as well, and check it out, even highlighting text on the back, which is amazing. So let's check out her articulation. The arm can go up this much, and of course the shoulder pad is gonna get in the way because it's right on her shoulder. As you can see, there is attached to the arm, but you can get it up this much. Now for her elbow articulation, as you can see there, can go past 90, which is great. She's gonna need it. Remember, she is a standing figure. And of course, she has ball joint wrists, which are gonna allow her, you know, a good range of articulation there, because you're gonna need it. The hair can go up and down, no problem. Her head can go down this much and can go up this much. Now she does have full left to right motion on the head. The thing is that the hair is made of a soft plastic, and you can basically, you know, move it a little bit more. You can actually get it past the shoulder, so you don't have to worry about that, which is great. But let's check out something else that is really important in terms of articulation. Her ab crunch. Her ab crunch is not a lot. I wish she had a little bit more since she is a standing figure. Now her dress can open up to reveal legs. Yeah, she does have fully articulated legs. As you can see there, they're fully articulated. In fact, let me move the knee joint here. As you can see there, fully articulated. Fully. The only thing hindering is the dress, and even the toe articulation works. And I love that detail, that she is fully, you know, detailed and everything, and she is a full Figma figure. So Link, I love his sculpting. I love the tunic, I love the holsters, I love the belt, I love the way he looks. The colors are beautiful. Man, they did such a great job with Link here. One thing that I really appreciate about this Link figure is that they got the arm guard right. You can see the detailing. I love the detailing on the chainmail. I love the detailing on the tunic, especially those stitches there. And the boots look pretty nice, and the legs also. The only thing about the legs is, you know, that they stick out the joints. Now a lot of new Figma figures have been able to deal with that, but remember, at this time, I think the 2.0s were maybe like 6 months or something, like a year. They were still not to the low that we have now. Now we have some really good, amazing 2.0s and everything. In fact, I think we will see 3.0s at some point, maybe a year from now, maybe a little bit more. And one thing that I really appreciate is that he has his pouches and everything, which looks pretty darn great. So let's go and check out his articulation. Okay, so let's check out Link's articulation. As you can see here, the arm can go up this much. Of course, you can always do this for more extreme poses. Now, his elbow articulation can go over 90, which is great, and I love that. You're gonna need that articulation. And no more sword holding hands, because yes, with the ball joints you don't need an extra pair of hands for that. And that really fixes one of the gripes that I have with the Skyward Sword one. And here you can see that the leg doesn't go up that much because of the tunic, but the knee goes that much, which is great. Now another thing is the ankle. Ball joints are great. The toes can only go up. I wish they could go down as well, but hey, still pretty darn good. Now one of the most crazy things here is this, the ab crunch. Because the ab crunch is so darn good. It lets you do so much stuff, and the whole thing is solid. Nothing is shaky or anything. And the hat, one thing that I really love is this. Yes, it's fully articulated on a ball joint. You have no problems with it. It's great. Just love it. The head can go down that much. It can go up this much. Left and right, no problem. you can probably do a full 360 if you wanted to. So yeah, Link is pretty darn solid. So Zelda doesn't really come with much. An extra faceplate, the different hands, her sword, the arrow, and the bow. Now I do want to remind you that the sword, the arrow, and the bow all have pointy parts. So yeah, they're pretty pointy. The thing is that this time Figma figures were still priced around $60 US. With DX versions going for around that same price range, around 80. So yeah, it was acceptable for her not to have that much. And remember, in this game, her role isn't that big, but she does come with quite a few things that you would not expect, like the sword. She only has it on one scene in the game. Oh yeah, and when she turns to Puppet Zelda, but having it here is pretty awesome. So let's go and check out Link's accessories, because there's a lot, especially since it's the DX version. So Link has a bunch of accessories, as you can see here. Hylian Shield, Master Sword, the Chief for the Master Sword, the 2 face plates with the Hawk Mask. You have the Ordnance Sword with Sheath. You have the claw shot extended, you have his bow, his arrow, and the ball and chain. And all these look amazing. The detailing on them are great. The Master Sword, this Master Sword is still my favorite version of the Master Sword. I wish he would have come with another claw shot, so then you can have the double claw shot. That is the way it should have been. And I wish he had a couple more, like the bomb, the boomerang. For some reason they didn't add those. And no, this is the most expensive version you could get of Link. It comes with everything, so there's nothing else, and there was no pre-order exclusive. So let's go and check out a couple poses from Zelda. Okay, let's check out the light arrow, because the light arrow, or light missile like I like to call it, because yes, this thing is huge. You can poke somebody's eye out. You know, Zelda is almost a 6-inch figure, about 5.4 to be exactly, and this thing is crazy. The engravings on it, the detailing, the way it looks. But when you have it next to the bow just looks awesome, because the bow has these deep ridges on it. It has that middle part of the bow kind of looks like a split of Majora's Mask. It just looks so awesome. The detailing that they did here is just amazing. I love how much detail they really got out of it. That is awesome. So let's go ahead and check out some more poses. So Zelda sword, as you can see here, it looks pretty awesome. Honestly, it's a cool looking sword. I love the hilt, I love the guard, I love how pointy it is. But man, we really have to take a better look at the sword, so let's go ahead. Link's bow and arrow and the hawk mask. The hawk mask can be put on any of the faces, you just have to remove the hairpiece. And the bow and arrow look great. That arrow looks very sharp, the feathers on it look amazing. I love the individual colors, and the bow itself looks so good. The detailing on it, just great. I love that they went with this combination, you know, of including the hawk mask, and man, it's just great. So let me show you how the bow works. Okay, very easy. You just hold each end and you're just gonna pull, and that's it. You're gonna slip it into the hand and then you're gonna put it back together. Nothing that crazy. It's very simple, super easy. That's it. The ball and chain. The ball and chain is pretty awesome. It's actually pretty hefty. And yeah, it is just that, a ball with a chain with a bunch of detailing, and it looks great. It does come with that articulated stand so you can display it properly. This thing is just awesome. And the spikes as well. Now the spikes are pointy. I wish they were a little bit pointier, but hey, this thing, you can whack somebody on the head really hard with it. So let's take a look at some poses with it. So the claw shot, as you can see here, this thing is cool. Not only does it have that really bronze weather look to it, but chains and the guard, everything is fully detailed here. This thing looks amazing. So let me show you guys how this thing works. So this is pretty easy. First, you remove the guard, you slide the handle into the hand, and that's it. But the handle is also removable, so maybe at some point they were thinking including the double shot. And you just put it back together. Now you just remove the claw piece here, and you attach the other one that has the chain, and that's it. Okay, the sword, the Ordon sword here. This is really cool that they added it. It looks sharp, it looks pointy, it looks weathered, it looks great. The reason this sword is a big deal is because this is the sword you start the game with, and it's something that they could have bypassed and been like, no. Like they did with Skyward Sword Link, they only gave him the fully power master sword. They didn't give him the white sword, the goddess sword, any of those. So let me show you how this works, because this is where a lot of people have problems, and I have a problem with it personally. This sword is really simple. All you have to do is just pull the handle off, as you can see here. It's very easy. It's nothing complicated. You do not have to melt the hand. You don't have to shove it in there. Nothing. That's what it looks like. That's how it works. Very simple. Now the shield on the other hand got a really good upgrade, because if you remember, the Skyward Sword one will fall, but not here, not with this one. Here I'm using the Master Sword sheet, and just line it up, and then you're gonna take this piece here, the handle, and you're gonna put it there. I know it's a little bit difficult doing it on camera, but once it's in there, and you got it all fine. I know I look like I'm having trouble here a little bit, but once you have it there, it's there. And check this out. You can check it doesn't fall off, unlike the Skyward Sword one, which did fall off. No, this one is nice and secure there, and one of my favorite updates to this figure. I love the way this Master Sword looks. I mean, the colors, the design, the detailing on it, even the Hylian logo looks great on it, the engraving. I mean, it just looks so darn nice, and it feels great. This is a solid Master Sword, and darn, they really step up their game. I really want to see what they can do with the Breath of the Wild one. I want to see that. I mean, from Figma, that's my most anticipated figure. I hope we get to see a Breath of the Wild Link. I really want to see that. That would be so awesome, and hopefully we do get Zelda. That would be great as well, getting both Link and Zelda. So let's check out some more poses with this one, because I went really crazy with it. Well guys, final thoughts on these figures. What else can you say? They're probably the best versions of these versions of Link and Zelda out there in this 6-inch scale. Obviously, man, what else do you want from them? Obviously, you would want more accessories for Link. Zelda doesn't really need more. I will add one more face to her, honestly. But other than that, they don't really need that much. Now, remember, this is from 2017, so Figmas have gotten way better now. And like I said, I really want to see what they do with the Breath of the Wild ones. Now, will we see that this year, next year? I don't know. In fact, I think they're gonna skip Breath of the Wild, and they're probably gonna make figures for Breath of the Wild too. I'm guessing what Figma is waiting for is for them to have their 3.0 Figma bodies out by that time, and then we'll probably see, you know, Link and Zelda. That'll be pretty darn awesome, honestly. And I don't know how they're gonna do it. There's some speculation that they might just do a DX version and give you Breath of the Wild Link without his clothes, Breath of the Wild Link with the champion's tunic, you know, the normal outfit, the one you see in the box, and then give you Breath of the Wild Link with the wild tunic. And then Zelda is just normal Zelda, and Zelda with her white dress on. So they could do that, you know, being individual bodies. Since Figmas have gotten pricier, they will probably, you know, charge you $200 for that. But I wouldn't have a problem with that, you know, because there will be different bodies, so you're basically getting different figures. The other speculation is that they're gonna go with a fabric outfit, because that's what's being suggested by their Nendoroid doll line and by a lot of other Figmas that are now starting to use fabric jackets and all that stuff. So it could be a mix, you know, of both of those. So we have this is something that we have to wait and see. You know, it's nothing set in stone. Some people are gonna like it, some people are gonna hate it. So we'll see how that goes. But like I said, these figures have great articulation. The detailing on them is great. The faces could be a little bit better, obviously, but man, for the time, these are probably the best ones you can get. I know a lot of people like the Link Between Worlds one. I like it too. I really want to get it. I just have to find it that is not counterfeit, you know. Probably gonna check Hobby Link Japan, see if they still have it. They have the DX version of it, that would be great. And you know, it's one of those things that, hey, your favorite Link might not be made, you know, by Figma, but there's still quite a few. I mean, we have Wind Waker, we have Skyward Sword, we got Twilight Princess, and we got Link Between Worlds. So there's 4 of them. And the thing is, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, how can you compare Skyward Sword with Twilight Princess? The graphics were different in the game, blah blah blah. That does not matter, okay? Shut the F up right now because of that. That does not matter. What matters when you compare these two figures, Link Skyward Sword and Link Twilight Princess, is the detailing of the figure. Skyward Sword is a 1.0 Figma, while Twilight Princess is a 2.0, meaning new tooling, new techniques, new joints, new everything, meaning that the Twilight Princess one is gonna be better no matter what, you know. It doesn't matter what the technical capabilities of the freaking Wii was. That does not matter, because they're not basing off the in-game model. A lot of these Figma figures are based off artwork, meaning that, I don't know about you guys, but I got the Skyward Sword bundle, the one that came with the gold Wiimote. You can see in Hyrule Historia, you can see in all the artworks how good that Link looks like. They just couldn't do it at the time for the figure. Now, if they were to release a 2.0 Skyward Sword Link, it would look pretty close to what he looks like in that artwork. And having this one, the Twilight Princess one, just proves it, okay? Enough with that stupid debate of saying, no, because the Wii had less graphic, that is why the figure has less detail. That is not it. That is a bunch of horse BS. Okay? By that logic, then the freaking Wind Waker Link wouldn't look that good, you know. So that's the end to that argument. I mean, it's pointless to say something like that. Just, you know, when it comes to figures, when it comes with something physical, the video game world, you know, the hardware of the Wii and the GameCube doesn't matter. All that matters is the amount of work the company put into it and the amount of detailing that they could have at the time. So that's what's going on there. It's very easy. But man, I have to say, this Link and Zelda, and now owning Mario, the SH Figure Arts Mario, owning Guts from Berserk, owning Cloud, owning Sephiroth, owning Mickey Mouse, owning Goblin Slayer, owning all these characters, Batman, Superman, all that. It's just awesome. This is something that, God, you could say like 15 years ago you couldn't do something like this. Like, there were Zelda figures before, but there weren't good ones. There were no good Nintendo figures. But Figma has really just turned that market upside down. I'm really happy with what they have done. A little bit sad that obviously now Figma figures are being pricier. I wish I could have gotten Metroid, Samus, of course, but I wasn't able to. Maybe next time I'll get her. But man, they are really knocking it out of the park. Hopefully they keep coming out with more. The Splatoon ones are cool, but I think it's time we get a Mario. I think it's time we get a, like I said, Breath of the Wild Link. That would be pretty awesome. I think it's time we get more of the characters, more of the Nintendo characters. So yeah guys, that does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time.